Alright, you're going to have to excuse me. I've got a bit of a cold, so if I cough and sniff, you're just going to have to put up with that. Hopefully you can. In the last video, I mentioned that we're going to be adding tension, effects, all that kind of stuff to this track. Because at the moment, although we've got the main elements here, the arrangement's pretty sorted, the structure's coming together, it's still a bit boring and it lacks that energy and that tension that is so important. So we're going to be adding effects, but before we do that, we're going to add a song map. And I know that I mentioned that earlier on, that we'd be adding a song map as we were structuring the track, but I completely forgot. So we're going to be adding it now so we can reference it while we're adding effects and also while we're mixing it down. Just going to insert a new MIDI track, rename it to Energy Map, and make it the length of the song. And we'll color it white. And now I want to drag in a utility and automate the gain. So we'll start at the highest point, which is our chorus extra. This is going to be the highest peak in the track. And then following that, it's going to probably come down a bit just naturally. And we want this to be pretty high too, but not as high as that extra chorus, so probably about here. And then obviously the energy is going to drop down. But maybe not, maybe we can add a few effects in there and keep it, relatively up there. We're going to fix it up, it doesn't sound that good. We want the pluck going. Just making a few edits there, here. And you know what? I want it to be an F down the end here, because if you remember correctly, we changed the notes over here to be an F sharp instead of an E. So what I'm going to do is just copy that section over to the outro there, including the sub bass. There we go. Energy will come down quite a lot here, obviously. And this is going to be our lowest point of energy, the breakdown. So what we're going to do is just pull this down. And, obviously it's building up to this main lead. The intro is going to have low energy as well. and obviously bring it down in this part. So that's a basic song map that we can just refer to, and also edit as well if we need to. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add some effects to make this song sound a bit more interesting, I suppose you could say. So I'm going to insert a new MIDI track, sorry, audio track, and I'm going to duplicate it up, make a few, group these, and rename to effects. There we go. Color it a nice purple. And we're going to add a few things. So the first thing I want to add is a sort of downlifter effect, I suppose. So, Activa Trance Essentials, sample content, effects one shots, and I'm going to pick. That's a good one there. I don't want the clap at the start though, so I'm going to take that off. So we just have that. It can be FX1. And we want a crash cymbal, maybe a crash cymbal effect, which should be in here. And I want this sound here to play every, let's say, 16 bars. But I also want it to reverse. So I'm going to take the this portion, copy it out, and then reverse it here. And just move it up so it matches that. We'll also have another crash cymbal effects, maybe a different one. This one here to play every 8 bars. And finally a reverse crash cymbal to lead into that. So this here is basically our effects section. It's 16 bars long, but it does the job well. So I'm just going to color these. I'll call this reverse crash. And we may add more if we find we need to, but in terms of sampled effects, that's what we need for now. We are going to add a few more things, of course. Color those purple. And what I'm basically going to do is just copy these out until the breakdown. But following that, we obviously want to change things a bit, considering this main lead comes in at a very particular point. So what I will do is delete this. See how this sounds. I think that sounds a lot better coming in solo. So we're going to leave that as is. But what we will do is start it here. So at the chorus, it all hits in again. Sounds good to me. We'll probably add some reverb and delay to these in the mix down stage. We'll have one shot going here for the outro. Perfect. Okay, so just minimize those for now. And we'll add in, let's see. We'll add in a snare roll. So find something decent. This will work for now. we want one over here. And I want something a bit more weighty. What I'm going to do is take a cut from one of the drum rolls in this pack, the snare roll, sorry. I like that one, drag it in here, and just pick one hit so we can make our own pattern. Pull that pitch down. I'm going to add some automation there. I think that silence works well. What we will do is add this little reverse thing over here, which might sound cool, might not, but we'll give it a go. Can't really hear it that well. So I just transposed that up 2 semitones because over here it's actually an E and our bass line is an F. So that just adds a little bit extra to it, and we will, what else? Rename all these. Copy in purple. Snare 1, snare 2, snare 3. And we'll process them in the mixdown stage because they're not sounding that great at the moment. But it's good as a placeholder, and we'll copy that up and stick it over here for this build up. I want to do something over here for this bar before the drop. Maybe just a pluck. That works. So we've got our snare roll sorted. Want to repeat that before the chorus extra part. going to copy that over to here. And maybe over here as well. Cool, so we've got our snares sorted. Drag that into the effects group. In fact, I'll put it at the top. And now I want to add some more stuff. So maybe like a riser build-up. So what we'll do is insert a MIDI track. And save it. Again, always have to save. Plugins, reveal sound spire. Chuck that on there, and what we'll do is add a 8-bar riser and just drown it in reverb, because that always works. So I'm going to go to the Big Room Essentials pack. 8-bar build up 1 sounds good. F. And I don't want it to be 8 bars long, I just want it to be 7 bars, so that we have that's part of, sorry, a bit of silence before the drop. That's cool. We'll have a sort of sub drop kind of thing, pitch down over here. Same bank. Not sure what's happening there. Okay. Okay, that's fixed. We'll have one more thing over here. Another synth sound. Duplicate this. I'm going to use the EDM noise sweep up. Okay, that works well. I'm going to copy this over to the part just before our breakdown, so over here. And we'll make it 8 bars long this time. I think that'll work. We want to copy this over and use it before the main chorus. And also the chorus extra, so over here. Also before the outro. That sounded good. Let's see. We want that silence again. And I want to add one more MIDI effect just to fill in the gap. There's a bit of a gap in terms of effects around here. So we'll add something in there. I'm thinking a gated effect, and there's a good one in one of the big room packs. This one here. So we can add that in certain sections, maybe over here. Okay, so we've added some effects. There's still some areas such as this break here that aren't too flash, and we are going to fix them up, but mainly by using automation. So what we're going to do, and this is the approach I like to take, is we're going to mix it down first and then add the majority of the automation, and then following that clean up any transitions that need to be cleaned up. That's the way I like to work. I feel like adding automation before mix down is almost counterintuitive because you sometimes have to fix mistakes. So that's the way we're going to do it. So in the next section, we're going to prepare for mix down and start and do a rough mix down basically. And then following that, we'll go a bit more in depth and add some effects and compression, EQ, all that kind of stuff. So I'll see you then.